Professional wrestling is fake, but there are some consequences, as some wrestlers may get injured and be forced to retire, or if you're being paralyzed, like some of them we're about to mention in this video. College managed the Midnight Express in a feud against the Road Warriors, and the two teams battled in a scaffolding. In his biggest mistake, Cornet climbed up the scaffolding. Cornet wanted to get away from the Road Warriors and dropped 20 feet to the ring below. The move was supposed to see Lesnar wrestled on OVW. He did a lot more moves than he did when he came up to the main roster as the best. However, when Lesnar fought Kurt Angle in his first ever WrestleMania main event, he wanted to pull out some of his old moves. Lesnar paid for it, and he has never attempted the move ever again. Lesnar had Angle on the mat, and instead of beating him like he normally do, he went for a shooting star press. Hardcore wrestling is always dangerous, and no matter how much a wrestler tries to protect himself, there's always a chance that things could go wrong. That happened when Mick Foley was wrestling in a barbed wire match in Germany in 1994. Not then ex-Cactus Jack, he was feuding with Big Van Vader, and things did not go well in that match for Miss Foley's baby boy. Foley knew that if he got stuck in ropes covered in barbed wire, it would make an impressive save. However, the ropes ended up on too tight. The referee pulled him out and he lost an ear, one of the worst injuries in Foley's career. Speaking of losing an ear, an indie wrestler named Chris Manning almost lost an ear as well while wrestling a fans bring the weapons match this past Saturday night in Montreal. During the brutal match, Manning took a shot from Gage with a light bulb that sliced his ear. Blood started to flow out of the ear and he immediately held into it, making it seem that he was trying to keep the ear attached to his head. Chaz and Eddie Guerrero fought Jim Malengo and took out Scorpio in a tag team match. During the match, Malengo and Scorpio hit the spiked pile driver into Chaz. Chaz's neck broke when he said directly hit the match. On the Reason 4 of ECW documentary, Chaz said that after the match, he walked to the hospital. Chaz said they were shocked there because his neck was broken and he shouldn't have even been able to stand at all. One of the most severe and scariest injuries in wrestling history came to Darren Drozdov, known to fans as Droz. In a match against D'Lo Brown in 1999, his career ended in an instant. D'Lo Brown set up for the powerbomb but slipped on some liquid in the ring. Then Droz slipped out too soon and he fell on his head, breaking 2 bones in the back. Droz remains paralyzed to this day because of an accident nobody could have seen coming. Sid Vicious was one of the biggest and most imposing figures in wrestling history. His entire gimmick was that he was bigger than everyone else and he just destroyed everyone who got into the ring with him. He had no reason ever to come off the turnbuckles. However, in a WCW championship match, Sid went up the turnbuckle and jumped off to deliver a kick to Scott Steiner's face. He landed into his tibia and fibula in his other leg, the bones breaking through the skin. Shawn Michaels was on top of WWE heading into that era. For Shawn Michaels, it was a match with The Undertaker. The two fought at the 1998 Royal Rumble in a casket match for the WWE Championship. Shawn Michaels flew out of the ring and was supposed to go over the casket. However, his lower back hit the casket on his way down and resulted in 2 herniated discs in his spine. It didn't seem to be an injury at first, as Shawn Michaels finished the match with no issue. But this resulted in HBK's retirement from wrestling until he returned in 2002 as a new man. WWE legend Bret the Hitman Hart is very open about how much he despises Bill Goldberg. The origin of his issue with Goldberg stems from their circuit 1999 match. Goldberg was the biggest name there, and the two fought. Goldberg caught Hart off guard with a super kick to the head. Hart suffered a massive concussion, and eventually forced retirement and later led to a stroke. In my own opinion, I think Hart needs to let bygones be bygones honestly. Because 2 years earlier, his brother Owen Hart also broke Stone Cold's neck. Stone Cold Steve Austin was the biggest name in professional wrestling. His WWE career was also very short. This was because in 1997, Austin was wrestling Owen Hart. Hart hit Austin with a power drive and broke his neck. That the normally super technically sound Hart would mess up this badly still confounds people to this day. Austin retired a few years later because of his deteriorating neck. Brock Lesnar has been a massive star in WWE since he first arrived. There was one match in 2002 where Lesnar disposed one of the toughest guys in WWE, Nat Cole, and accidentally broke Cole's neck. This was an episode of SmackDown and came from a botched powerbomb attempt from Lesnar, who usually had no issue lifting his opponent up. The injury took Cole out of action for 13 months. Cole has since said it was just a mistake and Lesnar was not to blame. Sabu was one of the craziest wrestlers in ECW history. In 1994, his career almost ended and it had little to do with Sabu's great move. Sabu wrestled Chris Benoit in a match in November to remember. They were turning in a great match, and then everything went wrong. Benoit was Sabu, but he landed wrong, dropping on his head and breaking his neck instantly. Sting first appeared in WWE in time for a WWE Hall of Fame induction, and his first WrestleMania appearance. Still, his time there was short with limited matches, and it ended with an injury that almost ended his career. Sting got a WWE Championship match against Seth Rollins. However, after Seth Rollins delivered 2 buckle bombs to Sting, it caused severe damage to his neck, and he had to retire. It shouldn't have happened, because many wrestlers have taken that bump without issue, but this combined with Finn Balor's injury with the same move a year later led to the buckle bomb being first out of Seth Rollins' arsenal. The British Bulldog saw his career because of an injury. That only happened because WCW was trying to pull away fans and friends for fans later in the show. Ultimate Warrior would show up and use some smoke and mirrors to disappear through a receptor in the ring. However, early in the card, Bulldog was wrestling and was slammed into the hidden door and suffered a back injury that would cut his career short as he didn't have the same mobility as before. In 2006, Eminem was one of the hottest tag teams in WWE. Jay Mercury and John Morrison, managed by Melina, were innovative and exciting. They were even in a feud with that boys and went to elevate Eminem even more. However, in a match at Armageddon. But there you go guys, a list of the worst injuries in wrestling history. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and follow the rest of the Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.